No, I'm not going to teach them how to do a bunch of necromancer stuff. I don't want competition, you know. I'm going to teach them how to blow stuff up.
What's going on?
Okay, so fun fact, the Void Cruiser, um, when you grab their swords to throw them away, you realize they're just regular, or they're not silver swords. No, these guys were not high enough level to have a silver sword.
Oh, well then we'll keep those bloody things.
Put it in the armory.
Do you want them to be silver?
Yeah, that's okay. Vic, we're going to do a full search on this thing and strip it of cargo and anything that even looks vaguely useful. And also definitely taking its helm control, the spelljammer it's got of its own. But I'd say that we take it in tow, at least for a while, to try and keep it out of their hands. And if there's somewhere close that we can tow it to, we might be able to sell the damn thing.
Okay, that's what you guys found? The helm is a minor helm, which means it can't do anything. So tonnage is important, and we haven't really discussed that because reasons. The ship that you guys have is fucking huge in the realm of Spelljammer. This ship that you've nabbed is not. Let me see. So,
Does anybody on our team have engineering?
Yeah. Am I understanding that we now have 2 ships?
yes, and this is another important. So there are several fun facts that we need to discuss. The githyanki ship is a much smaller ship. I'm trying to double check as to whether or not it can fit inside your ship. I think it might be able to because it is a much smaller ship. It has a minor helm that is capable of tooling around, but not necessarily. Okay, what the fuck is that? Ah, there it is. Okay. It has a minor helm which is capable of tooling around, but not necessarily going at the speeds that yours can. Like you could not take that helm and put it in your ship and move.
Got it.
Still worth stripping. We can get it. Is anybody else leveled up to taking engineering? I have like 1 point in it.
Is it worth stripping it, or is it if as Victor says the ship will fit within our ship?
Oh, if it will, then yeah, let's just take the whole bloody thing.
Checking the ship and just put it in, make the cargo hold a shuttle bay.
God, we really are a pirate vessel. It's like in
Can I have the vampiric
pirate
touch
vessel
scroll?
I don't want it. I want the healing. I want the healing potions.
Yeah, go for it. Take the vampiric touch scroll. Just don't touch yourself while employing it.
Okay, the Niyogi ship is a 100-ton ship. So, for reference,
How many tons displacement are we?
Hey, as far
50 tons of cargo. I guess I'll put this somewhere at some point. But it's a 100-ton ship. It can carry 50 tons of cargo. That ginormous back ass is a cargo hold.
Yeah.
So you can put cargo here and cargo in the main section here and also in the lower hold deck.
That's a lot of slaves.
It has a lot of space. They're used for many different purposes. One is just to go around and carry slaves. Another is to use it as a brood ship where they get a whole bunch of Neogi, and then basically it's a big giant sex ship, but the sex is all with a giant set of bugs. So anyway,
Right.
You.
Gith.
Hey, can we have Marvin walk us through how to remove the minor helm?
Yeah, but we don't want to do that. Let's not fuck up the ship. Let's just take it, put it into our cargo hold, and learn how to drive it.
I mean, I'm fine with that too. That actually
Yeah.
might make more sense.
Having a ship's boat would be very handy.
Well, I already have some uses for this ship in mind. None of them
Nice.
involving bug sex. But it would make a great drop pod, or we could fill it full of things that go boom and then drop it on something else.
Well, I prefer.
It's also heavily damaged
That's
from
even
the
better.
fireball and the attacks that you guys are making at it.
Well, it gives Bash something to work on, then doesn't it?
Also, pirates like to board damaged vessels. So if we run into any more pirates, we have a distraction.
We can set up a trap.
Oh, we are pirates. Pirates. I mean, involuntarily so, but still.
I'm not a pirate. I'm a pilgrim.
Privateer.
I'm not involuntary.
It's like saying we don't waterboard people. We just give them tactical baptisms.
I'm an evangelistic pilgrim.
That is just the waste kind.
You all can be whatever you want.
He wants to be all sorts of things, even one that he doesn't want to be.
I can never find my fucking character sheet for this game.
Okay, the githyanki skiff is it's a Corvette class. It's a 10-ton ship. It is 30 feet by 10 feet. And each one of these squares is 5 feet on your hold. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, you can very easily open up the back end of this ship and slide the githyanki skiff into the back of it.
Fabulous.
Which is a good call because with the amount of damage that ship's taken, cruising around in that ship in space, you're going to worry about bits and pieces of it falling off.
Right. Well, I mean, this would be a good
I mean, it
opportunity.
can go slow, but not too fast.
This would be a good opportunity for our younger crew members to begin to learn engineering. Don't you think?
I've like a point in it.
Well,
So
you
it's
might
like
be, you might be professor then.
I get to be the instructor.
I realized I forgot to do the skills when I leveled up Lev. So I have a bunch of skill points that I'm sitting on.
In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
You bet, 100%.
In the Valley of the Mad, the halfwit gets hung.
See, they're 9th level.
He's taught.
Bash is going to consult with our inventory expert about what items of explosiveness we have.
Oh my God. You're well ahead of your time with Kamikaze.
Actually, don't have much in the way of stuff along that line, really. I mean, what we have is like personal and rather small. Nothing ship-sized. It's something we plan on picking up at a next port.
Could we enchant the ship in a way that once something boarded it? I'm really thinking reverse Trojan horse here.
Oh, 5th level. Cool. Well, we can figure all that out. I think that the decision here is that we're going to take the ship and park it. Is there any way, Lev, to detect if there's any kind of tracking, magic tracking that where they're tracking their ship, or Garlos, our local engineer, with there's any kind of technological way they can track our ship?
I mean, we could go through with a few detect magic spells.
I
See
suggest
if we
it.
can suss that out.
I suggest it.
Then
I
let's
think
do
I
it.
have detect magic.
You probably do.
Who can detect magic? Say your cat?
No, Bash.
Yeah,
Oh.
because he's like a second level dread.
Yeah, I can detect magic within 60 feet. Yeah, I took some really weird stuff just for fun. And back in the day, it seemed like it might be useful.
All right.
So yeah, the Githyanki skiff requires a crew of 3. It will require attunement for the helm because it was not made for human minds. This was basically made for Githyanki, so it's painful to your heads to deal with it.
All right. Well, we got some work to do, but we got a shuttle.
Mm.
Or
On his off day, Garlos will attune with it, even though it hurts, just because he wants to get more experience in this sort of thing. Because
being hurt? Because
no, running different kinds of vessels, because we seem to have established a trade factor here.
I'd say, because if you want to get hurt, we can work on that. I mean, sorry.
He doesn't have to worry about that. All he has to do is piss off Miss Piggy, and he'll go pork chop.
Oh, you heartbreaker, you. And I know it's hard. It's okay. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
You're not as beautiful as me, bitch.
Let's see. 4+1, 4+1.
Okay, so
Trying to plot a course towards our objective, given the information that we got from the traders. That and any other information we have on ports where we can do some trading and maybe some refit and rework on the ship.
Currently,
the only port that you guys know of is the Rock of Brawl. The pigs haven't been in this space at all, so they can't tell you anything offhand. But the from what the Vulcans said, it's the area is not that far away. The Rock of Brawl is not that far away.
Did they give us any kind of bearing or direction for it?
Mhm.
Okay.
They said 3 days in one direction and then basically hang a right.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly what I told you, but it was they told you how to get there. They were like 3 days. You'll see a cloud for a nebula formation, hang a right, and at that point, when you go about a week's movement from there, you'll the Rock of Brawl is unmistakable. It's a giant asteroid floating in space with its own power of movement. So yeah, it's hard to miss. All right. You guys are cruising along to the cruising along in the direction of the nebula that you were told about. And at the moment, Lev is piloting. And I'm going to need a spot check from Blodgett and Dog. John, can you roll for Blodgett?
All right, let me grab the dice.
All right, so for Blodgett, that's a 26.
Dog got less than that.
Okay, Blodgett's going to see this first. This is what you guys see ahead. It is a huge nebula, and in the center of it, you see a small moon.
That looks too much like a space Saren's eye. Not going in there.
It's only a model.
So you're currently about several miles away. Blodgett. Hello, Zeus.
Oh my goodness. Hello.
Yay, you made it. Hooray.
Just in time.
What, just in time to die?
Yes.
To join in a cat fight.
That is highly exaggerated.
True, but it was fun.
Yeah, excuse me. So yeah, you guys are cruising towards the nebula that the space elves told you to hang a right at. You've gotten a few miles distance. It's large enough that I guess you're probably several miles distance. It's large enough that you can see from here the inside of it, the space of it already. It is a very large eye-looking thing, and in the center of it is a small moon. And I hate when that happens. Okay, good. Sorry, my screen was fucking up. You guys, so Blodgett, you got a 26 on your spot. John rolled for you.
Thank you.
And you can tell from this distance that the moon looks kind of weird. It's weirdly shaped.
Well, yeah, it looks like a pancake-like thing.
Right. Well, so like the nebula is here, and the moon is right in the center.
Yeah, but it doesn't look round in the center. It looks kind of like it's smished.
Yeah, it's weird.
Again, it's only a model.
And so, are you guys just gonna? Oh, you guys are just gonna continue cruising in, because you'll need to basically get to within the nebula in order to.
Who's driving?
Lev is currently driving. Oh, shit! Forgot to do that. Everybody, give me a D6 to see if you happen to be awake when you get to the nebula.
Blodgett has a 4.
LJ got a 5.
Six.
1.
All right, so Garlos and Blas are crashed out.
Does that mean all of our NPCs are also crashed out, or can I assign one to be awake?
Sure, one of them would be awake.
Great.
And you can have your NPCs go and wake everybody up now that you've arrived near the ship. So
Are we near a ship?
sorry, now that you've arrived near the nebula,
Okay.
the spot at which you've been heading towards.
Right. And there's a moon inside, right?
Mhm.
Is there any way for us to look at the moon without actually going into the nebula? Do we have a way of perhaps magnifying or?
What are you trying to get at?
I'd like to have a look at the moon before we have to go into the nebula. That's
Frederick
pretty-
happens to have a spyglass. I don't normally tell other people what other people have, but Frederick has a spyglass.
Is it a magic spyglass or is it just
No,
a regular?
it's a regular spyglass.
Okay. Can we borrow the spyglass for the bridge of the ship?
I'm gonna say yeah. He's a nice guy.
Okay. So we will. Someone with. I don't know. I don't think my robe would help me in this situation.
Definitely not.
So someone with really good, like, I don't know, what affects spot?
Well, Blodgett has a high spot, and
She's a wolf.
you can hold it for her.
Great. She'll be our canine astrophysicist.
I think they're just called seeing eye dogs.
Oh, oh. Well played, sir. Well played.
Thank you.
That's one for the highlights reel. So, Blodgett, would you like to look into the spyglass and see what you see of the moon at the middle of this nebula?
I think we're just.
Suzanne,
I think we're just supposed to take a right here.
I think
that right?
Suzanne has us muted.
Oh. Well,
Sorry, I tried to mute you because my husband has the TV on really loud.
Okay.
22.
Okay, you get a bonus from the spyglass. You are able to see inside the nebula this.
Oh. It's a dungeon in space.
Space dungeon.
The hell is that?
It looks like a castle that's
Oh,
been
yeah.
wonkied.
It's a D&D kind of starport.
Let's go
It
kill
really-
everybody and turn them into skeletons.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go kill her.
Like a castle's been turned inside out.
Let's spread our mayhem to yet another.
I was to say, do I have to act like a real paladin now?
You are off world, so I'm just saying.
This
Yeah,
is
but I-
first contact.
No one knows.
For who? Us?
For
Never.
us.
Done it before? No. We've run into a couple.
I'm not even sure how to.
Shall I try hailing it?
I'm not even sure how to approach this situation. I mean,
Wake me up and I'll hail the fucker.
can we detect magic? Can we? I mean, what do we do to a floating dungeon?
Well, you're far enough away. You're several miles away right now. So
Right.
probably not a detect magic spell distance. Just FYI there. I mean, if you have any multi-mile spells, then rock on.
I think we found MC Escher's space home.
I could just turn to Marvin and go, Marvin, I've got a riddle for you. When you have an object that you want to know more about and it's miles and miles away, what on this ship would help us do that? That we haven't already tried.
And by this time, Garlis is going to be up since they woke up Blaz. They would have woken you up as well, sir. Marvin turns to you and says, sometimes it amazes me how thoroughly inadequate your ability to understand your own abilities can be.
Well, I do have an 8 intelligence, so thank you very
Truly,
much.
truly you are stunning.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not smart enough to take offense.
Harsh. Ow.
He then appears to turn himself back off.
Now he prays for death.
Well, let's go fly to the dungeon and see where it takes us.
When we get within range, should I try hailing it to see if I can message anybody? I mean, it might just be like a port.
How are you hailing it?
Using message spell. What I've been doing. I'm taking a lot of them. I'm now like the ship's navigator and communications officer.
I also have the scroll of whispering winds because again, I just collect random stuff.
Nice.
Okay. Any of you besides Lev, because he's piloting, with a planar knowledge can roll it.
Anybody with a planar knowledge can roll. Is that what you said? Two good rolls. Did I just lose you all?
No, you said 2 good rolls.
Yep. I'm gonna. Thank you.
Got a 16. That's pretty darn good.
I'm looking up my bonuses or my skills. All right, so
He's checking.
so Slovind, is that her name?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Rolled a +8. 17 + 8 is 25.
Wow. Okay.
Because you said she had a
Yeah, she's got a +8.
yeah, which is weird. But Blaz is not nearly that talented in this particular skill. He's got like a +3 or something like that. Yeah, no, +4. So 22 for Blaz.
All right, and Sean's going to update his.
23. I'm sorry, 23 for Blaz.
Just keep giving me numbers. You're good.
Okay.
32. Hut.
54. 99.
At 20. All right. Well, 20 and 20. All 3 of you got 20 or higher. So you have heard of this type of thing being in astral space, which is kind of where you are now, but just a different version of it. This is a githyanki fortress.
Oh.
Hard about, let's get out of here.
So
Oh.
we are gonna kill them and turn them all into skeletons.
I say we leave.
Well, we
This
have a
is not our main
Yankee
objective.
ship.
Yeah, those are bad guys. You should run away.
We have a Githyanki ship. Perhaps
We have
Ben's-
a well,
You
yeah,
have
we do.
you have a githyanki ship, and
We do.
Garlis can pilot it.
Sometimes I hate myself.
I'm just saying. Wish we had an illusionist right about now.
What sort of illusion do you want cast?
Well, make us all look like githyanki for a little while.
I can't help you there.
I say we just hang around and keep moving. It's something we can come back for later after we've saved the universe.
I love that you pretend that dungeons will exist after you leave. Has that ever worked? Oh, we're gonna go fight the trolls later. Okay, cool.
Victor, is there
I have my dreams. Leave me be. Don't judge.
Is there an asteroid or something that we can park behind, or a rock, space rock or something that we can park behind, and observe this fortress to see if there's any movement or activity? Do we see any movement or activity?
You do not currently see any movement or activity. I mean, you're far enough away that them looking at you would be a speck. So, I mean, the only reason you can make out their ship is because you have the telescope. So anyone, even with a good spot on their end, would need a telescope to see you as clearly as you see them.
Do we see it clearly enough to be able to ascertain whether there might be activity over time?
Yeah, you'd have to get a little closer, but you could get within the nebula itself.
Oh, he's trying to get us into the nebula, guys.
You're trying
See,
to hide. I'm telling you where you can hide.
that was subtle. No. I'm okay with like parking in the nebula for a little while and like observing this thing. What do you think?
Actually, sounds like a wise course of action.
Well, I do have a high wisdom,
Yay!
but not very high intelligence, which totally makes sense given, where Blas finds himself.
So where did you find yourself this morning, Blas? Well, I pulled the sheets down and there I was.
In space.
So let's go with that. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
So Victor, is that a
All right.
plan?
Yeah, you can do that. So you're going to hide in the nebula and look at it for how long?
I don't
John said
know.
give it a day.
A day? Sure. Just or until we ascertain that it's an active live
Mhm.
outpost. If it's
Yes.
dead, we're trying to figure out. I guess the point, the job to be done, as my product people would say, and I would strangle them for,
Right.
is we just want to know if this thing is a working fortress or not.
Okay. All right. You are able to hang out there for hold on one quick second. Insert cut cells. That was smart. I like that.
Hmm.
Delete.
That
Delete. Okay, good.
magic thing.
All right, sorry. And hold on. You after double check that. A good 14 hours pass, and you see a ship, another skiff, coming from the opposite direction, go around the base and go into this front area here.
Okay.
The doors slowly open and then close back again when it comes to the front.
Okay, so it's a working fortress. So I'm of the mind to go with John's suggestion that we bypass it because I don't think we need to be doing a frontal assault on a possible killer enemy with a fortress in space.
I 100% agree, and I feel like the wizard is going to counterpoint, say we attack it, and somehow we're going to end up attacking
No,
it.
it's probably a good idea because then they'll be behind you, and you guys know that it's so much safer to have bad guys behind you as opposed to in front of you. Because then you can go forward and then go to the next adventure, and you'll have no problems.
How do we know they're bad? Why would they be bad? This is space. Space may have a completely different set of rules than where we're from.
Look, they're
Well-
evil, we're evil, we can be friends.
The githyanki who were in
Who's
the
evil?
skiff that
We,
Uh,
they.
the githyanki who were in the skiff that you guys killed attempted to attack you the moment they saw you.
Yes, that is true.
They didn't know we were evil.
Okay, then rather than do a frontal assault on this thing, I say we just patrol it, attacking all its ships that come in and out of it, and taking them, and then leave.
Here's an
Eventually, they'll
idea.
run out of stuff.
I've got an idea. How about we represent ourselves as the representatives of Terra or whatever the hell our
Hold on a
planet,
second, I gotta get the.
and we come in like Predator style, where we just throw their ship down at their feet and be like, "Ha!" and make them
Or
make them
another thing
bow
we could
to
do,
us. What's that?
I could do a major illusion and have us be a fleet of ships instead of just like one with a broken ship in tow.
Look, I say we just leave them alone. Every time we leave things alone, it works out better. We know where they're at. They're not going anywhere. We know that in one-on-one combat, we can probably take on their other like little ships. It's not a big deal.
I would say it really demonstrably works out worse for us when we see a problem and we're like, nah.
When are we ever like that? When have we ever tried that?
With the
We're like, oh,
trolls.
we're
With
like,
the, we
oh,
did it
there's
like
a
3
room.
times with the trolls.
Something's off about this room.
The trolls in the
We
fire
can't see
giant
anything.
dungeon. You remember how there were like 40 or 50 of them down there? And after we completed our main objective, we were like, man, fuck those guys. And then we left. And then it was a huge problem for us later on down the line that spawned an Elder Evil. Because I remember that.
I don't remember the.
I don't remember. I don't remember that happening exactly like that.
This is why this party has these kinds of problems.
Well, okay, so what is your suggestion for how we get ourselves into this fortress?
I say we roll up with a fleet under a major illusion, and then we
I have a better
get
idea.
in there.
Why don't we fly their broke ass ship in and surprise them? They'll think it's theirs, and they'll open up, and we'll fly right in, and then we can just take them that way.
There is that. There is that. And Garrus apparently knows how to fly the ship, at least well enough to get us into, there's your Trojan horse, Ben. There's your
I mean,
Trojan.
I wanted a reverse Trojan horse, but I'll take a regular Trojan horse.
And we can do both. We could like go in with the ship and then get off the ship, get into their place, and then blow the shit out of the ship. So we could do both.
I mean, if we had a way to blow up the ship and make it a giant bomb, that would be great. I
We
just
have a
don't know that
lot
we
of
have a way to do that.
fireballs. We have a lot of
Yeah,
fireballs.
Yeah, we can't put those in the ship. Like, it would be really cool if we could just fly the ship in and then detonate the ship once we're inside. Why? Why are you on the wrong side of the gate? Get over here.
What are you talking? What?
You talking to us or a child?
I think he's talking to a child or a dog. I certainly hope he's not talking to a child. Who keeps their child in gates? I guess everybody does. I just don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
I mean, there are times when childs are kept in gates until they're too big to move them. But no, I was talking to a dog who, for some reason, was on the exact opposite side of the gate of where they were supposed to be and wanted to get out.
Yeah, a baby gate is a thing. All right, so I'm back.
You breeders, you.
What are you guys gonna do?
I'm game for the Trojan horse idea. We have to figure out. I could leave Carrick behind, and he could pilot the ship. She could pilot the ship. Carrick's going by they now.
We're supporting non-binaries by having people switch back and forth.
Like it's a confusing time for our genders, and that's okay.
It really, really is.
I've never played a binary character before. That'll be awesome. Good experience. I'm game. Is the ship in good enough shape? Is the ship in good enough shape for us to go in with it? And B, can we cast an illusion to make it look like one of us, at least it looks like one of these thingies, so that
Can I add to this plan? I think our
You
goal
tell
when we
you
get
tell me what spells you would cast to do that. I can think of 3, but you got to tell me. I'm not you.
I'm not a spellcaster, kid. I'm a cleric.
Let me think about it. I could probably. Are we? If we take some time, I can prepare a disguise self spell, or if we want to wait for 8 hours, I can prepare a bunch of them probably.
Bubby boy,
Isn't John pretty good at doing disguises?
We've been sitting here for 14 hours. What have you been doing?
Okay, then yeah, in those 14 hours, I can prepare a bunch of disguise self spells, and then we spend the little extra time it takes to prepare a bunch of scrolls for it, and I can make one for. Let me see what spell level it is. Disguise self. Oh, it's a first level spell, so I can prepare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. But we will be foregoing our mage armor that I generally cast on everybody.
It helps any already have disguise self. What do we do? Did we stumble on Reunion Tower in Dallas or something?
Hold on.
Space
First,
Dungeon.
I want to make sure Joel knows
Yeah.
this. So, okay, so you guys got the githyanki skiff last session.
Right.
Brandon was asking me what's going to happen, what's going to go on next session. Brandon, what did I tell you?
Oh, don't ask me that after the day I've had, Victor.
Okay, I said think of the skiff as a TIE fighter.
Oh, right.
And then you guys came on. You guys came up to
Makes so much sense
a
now.
nebula that had a moon inside of it, in the very center.
It's
And
not a moon.
that's what I wanted. That's okay. Thank you,
What?
John.
The Genesis Project?
20 experience points to Garlos.
What do you say?
The reference I was trying to give.
That's no moon.
That's no moon. Inside the nebula was a githyanki base instead of a moon. It looked like a moon. You guys got close enough to use Frederick's spyglass and see that it was not a moon. The skiffs are not powerful enough to go wandering across the galaxy by themselves. They would have to have a base.
They have to have a base nearby. They don't have that kind of range to them. Okay.
Exactly.
Here, hold on.
Okay, so who's our away team?
Hold on. So I think we need to figure out what our goal is when we do this.
Kill them.
Okay, that's
We
too
have to
simple.
disarm the
Here's my
tractor
point.
beam.
Like we're going to take their ship and try to get them to let us in, and then our away team is going to jump out and start killing everything. Okay, got it. But I think our first goal should be to keep whatever they have to let us in open long enough for our other ship and the rest of the party to get in. Because the last thing we want to do is split the party, and we don't want to leave our actual ship behind.
Okay,
Well,
so maybe before we jump out and kill shit, we try and figure out the control room for whatever bay door we're let in.
Okay,
And
but
then secure that.
your away team is every player character. We've got a crew to run the ship, including a non-player.
Are we going to leave the pigs on the good ship?
They can, yeah, they can. But
They're fine.
do we have any
I'm
reason?
just afraid I'm afraid they've been hanging out with us too long, and they're just gonna like fly off when we don't come back immediately. Because you know this is gonna take us days to clear.
You know we have teleport spells.
Are you gonna
right?
ask the pigs?
We can find them if they pull some shit.
Well, I think we should certainly talk to them and put the fear of us in them.
No need. No need.
You guys are way too trusting. Just
Once
random
the pigs
space
figure out
strangers.
what's going on and look and see, and you let one of them look through the spyglass, they're like, "Holy shit, githyanki! Oh my
And
god!"
Did you go to D&D school while we were gone, or just curious?
Well, that's okay.
Totally
So
did.
let's
That
ask the
totally
pigs.
did.
So someone asked the pigs what they know about the githyanki.
They're horrible and they kill everything that they see, and they're the scourge of space. They're like the worst.
Other than that, they're fun
We-
at space.
Yeah, they're like, we know not to fuck with these guys. I mean, what are you guys doing? Are you guys adventurers?
They're the Romulans, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I don't agree with that assessment of the Romulans actually, but we can have that conversation another time.
Rock on. So yeah, the pigs are like,
It's okay to be
these
wrong.
are horrible people, and you
Sad.
should run away. We should go back the way we came. There's no way this can go well because they're obviously dangerous people, and you don't want to mess with dangerous people unless you're crazy. I mean, although you did steal a Niyogi Death Spider, so
We're
still
also
totally cool with
dangerous
running on this
people,
and just
but
not
we're
going through it.
also crazy.
I don't think we have to be crazy. I think we can just skip this and keep going and see what
the
happens.
pigs kind of agree with you that you are also crazy. At least crazy enough to do what you're doing. So yeah,
What
they
would
agree. They're like, we'll stay on the ship. We're not going in that.
what would
I'm
our
just
goal
thinking,
be?
how many are there going to be on this damn thing? And these are not wimps.
Right. What is our goal?
Kill them.
Okay, what is our other goal?
See, this is where we start listening to the wizard and we get in trouble.
Is there
Swear to you
something-
Okay,
guys.
scale is
we-
important. John was asking how big this thing is.
Yeah.
So that opening is about 100 feet wide. Each of these towers jutting off of it are each about 40 feet tall. Yeah, total about 40 feet tall. You have waited for 24 hours and you've seen one other githyanki skiff go into this building. But that's it.
Okay,
Like-
so we will need 7 disguise self spells so I can hold on to 3 mage armors for us. And a polymorph other spell, which I've talked with Blodge, and I'm going to be preparing those from now on for him.
You know what? Save one. You don't need me. I'll be Chewbacca in brace and handcuffs.
Well, that's an interesting idea, right? Like, could we make it look like the githyanki skiff that we have is dragging us behind it as if it captured us?
Right. Exactly.
I don't know if I would buy that if I were them. It's a Niyogi Death Spider, and this is a skiff.
Okay.
Let's not push our
Also,
luck.
I mean,
again, why are
physics-wise,
we-
it would be taking your Volkswagen Bug and dragging in a Ford F-150.
But why do we need to go clear this dungeon? We can just go around it. And we've only seen one ship enter it in 24 hours. The assessment would be that there aren't very many in there.
I think the
That
dungeon wants us to go in there.
I think he does too. And
But-
there's nothing I enjoy more than going in the opposite direction of the
But-
dungeon master.
Ben,
We've
you
noticed.
need to you need to think you need to start thinking more about if we can and not if we should.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
We're not thinking in those terms. We're stopping at the we could
What do we gain from this?
loot.
No, adventure.
We're not
Our
gonna
goal
find-
is
we're not gonna
we're
find
trying
out.
to save the universe, not find loot.
Yes. What
we
are you,
had plenty of loot.
adventurers? Are
Do
you an
you
adventurer?
do you realize how much money we lost in back in Capital? We're looking for fucking loot.
When we go back
What
and
is
we're like,
that?
"Hey, we saved the universe," they're gonna give us back our money.
No, they're
Or
not.
I'm going to,
No,
or
they're
I'm
not.
going to, yeah. Well, or I might have to do a couple alignment checks.
Did
I
did
think go with
Marvin
those. Say again, Jill.
did Marvin show us a holographic picture of a rebel princess or something like that? By the way, just saying. And why the hell are we in wild space in the first place? Because
Help me, Frederick Von Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Oh yeah, you're behind.
I know.
So
yeah.
essentially, we got our hands on this prophecy from speaking with the dead body of a really old dude, who is the only other person in recorded history to have fucked around with these, eldritch elder gods from an alternate reality.
That's the guy, Alzrabad, the mad.
Yeah. And so
That's right.
he
Gotcha.
directed us to come all the fucking way out here.
And do
Specifically,
what?
he said you have to put the star Fomalhaut back into place.
So, question: will invading this station accomplish or help us accomplish that purpose?
I have
You said that to
no
me privately, by the
idea.
way, Zach.
I know. I'm changing that to everyone.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
don't think it will directly help us.
I mean, if you guys learned anything from the trolls, it's that it's perfectly fine to leave guys behind. They won't bother you ever again. The bad guys don't level up and come and fuck with you. You're fine.
Right. Hey, let's just load up all the PCs
Yeah.
in the bug.
Let's go in and fuck them and take their base. We can use it.
Right.
Like
If we're gonna take the base, let's just sit outside of it and take the ships as they come in until they come out. We can just take each
It's not a
ship
bad
individually.
idea.
We'll just wait. A couple weeks. We'll take like 10 ships. It'll be great.
They'll
We could-
see us take the ships
Not if
eventually.
we post a watch out of their range and wait for other vessels to
Yeah.
come in and nail them to
And,
the
and
wall.
and if they do see us, then they will get pissed and they will come after us, and then we can fight them out here in open space or wild space or whatever it is, instead of inside their dungeon.
We haven't seen a ship pass by us ever. The ship that came from the opposite direction. We could be waiting here for weeks.
Also, I really like it when John walks through his picture. It looks cool.
I like I agree with your original idea, Ben.
What's that? Just go around it?
No, the second original idea. No,
Oh,
actually,
the
it
Trojan
was the
horse?
first original. No, it was actually the first original idea, which was using the shuttle as a Trojan horse. I completely agree with that idea.
Yeah, that's a really great idea.
It's
Well, I
really
mean, I
good
think that's
idea.
our only option to get in. Like, that's the only reasonable way to get in. Like, we're not gonna go overpower the gate.
I mean, we can be unreasonable and it would maybe work, but it's a reasonable option.
But what's the worst that can happen? We have to teleport out
Yeah.
and go back to our ship and just, But we do need to have
Run from all their ships as they come after us.
we do need to have a way to communicate with somebody on the ship.
I mean,
That's
I
the
can leave dog on the ship.
Yeah.
take
Because I have
dog. I'll leave Steve.
No, because I have telepathic language communication with my wizard's familiar, which druids don't have with their animal familiars. They have empathetic
Gotcha.
communication, so they can sense emotions and distress and stuff, but they can't speak language.
Okay, gotcha.
And maybe we should leave all of our familiars behind for this one, because I don't know if the Githyanki keep pets.
So you should have a no pets allowed sign on the hotel lobby or something like that.
Yeah, you're gonna bring your badger, and they're gonna go, oh, what's that horrible little beast? And we're not gonna have an explanation. Speaking of them talking to us, we should have, we should have the universal translator on board with us in case they try to. Did we ever really figure out how to use that thing?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, great.
I was going to say the disguise that we have is probably not going to last very bloody long. because they're going to want to know things, and we're not going to know them because we don't know anything about these guys or the fellows that we killed.
Okay, 2 questions then. If we decide to board this thing, number 1, what is our victory metric where we've succeeded and we're gone? And number 2, what's the opposite? When do we bug out of there? Is that clear?
Yeah, our metric is the original goal is go and kill everybody and take the place and make it our own. The metric where we dodge out is when it looks like we're about to get our asses beat.
Okay,
Then we don't
fair
run.
enough. Just so
Yeah,
everybody's on the
I
same
feel like
page.
it doesn't need to be more complicated than that.
That's all I wanted. Simple, to the point.
And they are githyanki, so don't have any qualms about killing them. They are rotten buggers.
Yeah, they are. They hate everybody, from what I recall.
They kill everything they run into that isn't them.
Yeah.
If we go into the skiff that we've stolen, well, not stolen, the skiff that we've earned, can we find any information about what the ship is called or any logs from the crew?
Totally need to comprehend languages for that one, though.
There's nothing written, no. Yeah, no, there's nothing written. And there were only 3 people on the ship, which is the minimum needed to pilot it.
Okay, so they kind of skeleton crewed it.
I can't believe they were dim enough to attack us. I mean, seriously. Only the 3 of them on a dingy little ship going after a spider slave trader? Come on, folks.
They are. Sounds like they do have some balls.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know if they've already had a run-in with this ship and don't know it's different people on it.
They didn't
Maybe
appear
there
familiar
actually is
with
a
us
plague that
when they
has-
first communicated with me.
Maybe you sounded funny because you don't sound like the creature that was talking to them before. You
Well,
never know.
they initiated the communication. The only thing I said to them was blows when they asked what we had to trade.
Oh, no, that was different. That was the undead pirate ship.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
the Nebula.
Yeah,
my
it
bad.
was.
Now, this
No,
one
I
was...
think these guys have like some kind of virus or a plague that has, affected their race, and now they're just desperate. There are not very many left. That's why we want to
Let's go in there and find out.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Like
We could call it a mercy mission. You know, if they're suffering, putting them out of suffering is a good thing.
it's
Okay,
probably
so
it's probably a bunch of kids. Like only their children are left.
You're grumps. You're gonna go in and fight the grumps. Bonk, 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 bonk on the head.
I know that. That's from the Star Trek episode called Mary Mary. Just saying.
All right, so the wizard casts mage armor on LJ, Bash, Garlos, and Blas,
Thank you.
and bull strength to those 3 that you just put in chat.
That it increases my AC by 2 or something?
4.
4? Oh, 4?
Yeah, it increases the modifier by 2.
If you're gonna cast any spells, please put them in chat now.
Okay. This is before boarding, right? That's what we're.
I mean, you can do it after combat. I don't care. I'm down
Is
for it.
Caroline not here?
Oh no, she's not. Do you have her sheet, Suzanne?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for reminding me. Can you please play her?
Sorry, wait a minute. Frida usually does spells. Where is she?
Yeah, I
Okay, so
completely fucking forgot.
if Frida's with us, then that 6th disguise self spell that I was using in case she came is going to be used.
Okay.
Doesn't she use a?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
My husband's like, "What's that beeping noise?" And it's a chat. What does she usually throw for the party?
She usually casts mats Mass cat's grace.
Here it is.
I think
Owl's
is the
grace, owl's grace, bull strength, or bear's endurance, or cat's grace.
Usually
He's
does
been
cat's
casting
grace because
cats-
Yeah, cat's grace.
mass. When they
Mass
use,
cat's grace is what she's gonna cast.
Okay,
you.
so I'm going to say Froderick, in lieu of that, if you cast it on everybody, Froderick, Nick's cat's grace for now.
Roger that.
Let me put that in the chat. There's something else about she does. Oh. Also, in lieu of that, oh yeah, in lieu of that.
So Lev turns Frederick into a weapon.
no, but he does turn Froderick's weapon greater and magic.
Okay, so he cast it on Frederick's bow.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
is that
Yeah. Greater
Oh,
magic
oh.
weapon.
Okay.
what I wanted to do?
Um,
Blodgett, Suzanne. Froderick is able to cast Magic Fang Greater on your claws and teeth, which will give you, I believe, a +3 bonus.
I'll take it.
If you
I
like, will-
actually hold off on that because if we're bringing Blodgett, I need to polymorph Blodgett.
Okay.
So you will
well, no,
be
you can cast it, and then when and if Blodgett polymorphs, they'll have the bonus.
Yeah.
but would that still apply? Because githyanki don't have
Yes, it
natural-
would.
Okay.
I mean,
cool.
essentially, in Githyanki form, you're casting it on their teeth and fingers, teeth and hands.
Okay, sure.
So in Githyanki form, Blodgett would have really, really sharp teeth and fingers, which would give them like a +3 to punch and bite, which is a weird thing to have as a humanoid.
Yeah, I mean, if you want weapons, we have weapons.
No, Blodgett has weapons, but you can cast the Magic Fang on casting Magic Fang on a person works if the person then polymorphs into wolf form. It continues; it doesn't go away.
Let's do this. So how many people, I mean, I'm assuming the ship can hold all of us, right? The Githyanki ship?
Yes, it is. The Githyanki ship is 30 feet by 10 feet. It can hold your entire party, no problem.
Okay. And we'll just the Death Spider far enough away, but ready to jump in when needed.
Well, that's actually true. Yeah, good one, Brandon. We're not lying there, really. Think about it.
Yeah, that's basically for you, Zag.
Uh-huh. I bet Marvin speaks Githyanki.
Marvin
Are you
does
going to wake
speak.
Marvin up and ask him?
Yeah.
Why would I speak Githyanki?
Marvin looks at you with a worrisome face. He somehow conveys worry and sadness in a robotic face. He says, whether or not I could speak it is irrelevant, because in order to go to a space where Githyanki language is a thing, one would have to go around killing people. So it's a foolish thing to assume that I would go around speaking Githyanki.
Well, have I got some news for you about our future activities? But we're going to be killing people.
These seem not like Romulans.
He looks
First-
down at what used to be his legs and says, "You kill more than people."
Oh,
We're just so good at what we do.
look what you did. Wow.
How would you feel if I cast a polymorph spell on you, so you would have the usage of your legs back for now, and turn you into a githyanki so that you can come with us on our infiltration mission before we kill all of them?
Most depressing githyanki ever in history.
He says, I think it would be actually possible for me to feel worse than I already do. If I understand correctly, you want me to. I have the brain the size of a planet, and you're asking me to become your handheld universal translator with legs.
And also, the face of our diplomacy with the githyanki until such time as we can reach a control room for the bay door, because you would be the only person who speaks githyanki among us.
He says, yes, of course I'll do that for you.
Excellent. I cast polymorph other on him, and we're going to bring him along.
I'm gonna pat Marvin on the shoulder and be like, Marvin, being a communicator is perhaps the most important role in society.
He turns into Ronald Reagan.
Okay, so your droid now has legs and looks like a githyanki.
Interesting news, everybody. I forgot to look at the duration for polymorph other. That's a permanent spell.
Oh, we have Marvin to get Yankee now.
He says, sounds good.
One legs.
He didn't say he wanted legs. He just pointed out the fact that it was due to you guys that his legs were torn to shreds and ripped off.
You're telling me that we could have given Marvin the capabilities of walking around as something that like passed as human a long, long time ago, and we didn't?
Yeah, I've had fifth
Wow,
level
we're
spells this
terrible
entire
people.
time.
We are horrible.
No, we're just stupid. There's a difference.
All right, so you guys get on the skiff. You will have to go at about a tenth of a speed because the damage that was done to the front of the skiff is bad enough that it would break apart if you go any faster. But you are able to move and take the and I guess to scale, the githyanki skiff is about that big.
Oh, wow.
Carlos will make sure to fly a tad erratically so it looks like he's having problems controlling it. This will make it more convincing.
Fly casual.
It actually doesn't have to really try to do it. It's going to be doing it on its own.
Okay, with Garlos as pilot, you're able to take the damaged githyanki skiff.
Hey, Marvin should just say that they cast some, like whoever we took this ship from, or we got attacked by, just cast some weird spell, and that's why we can't speak.
Okay.
You also remember that this ship, they'll know what it is. It's their ship. We're only
We
supposed to
also
have 3
left
people on it, so if we show more than 3
three.
people in the beginning, there's going to be a problem.
That's a valid point.
You guys come
How
up to
tiny I will hide.
building, and the gates open up. You're able to easily land the skiff in this area.
Well,
When you first land, you do not see anyone else around. Let me double check that is true. I think that is true.
Well, when we get out, maybe only have 3 get out, and the rest remain behind as backup.
Marvin, Frederick, and one other.
LJ?
Okay. Information. All the walls and floor of this building are made of opaque stone. The windows and the tops of the towers are made of bricks of a clear crystalline substance. Um, and you come into the main port. The chamber itself is roughly spherical, about 100 feet in diameter. It has a large set of double doors, currently closed, on the opposite wall. Sorry, on the outside wall, a large set of double doors. And then a smaller set of double doors opposite that. And so, yeah, small set of double doors on the opposite side. There is one void cruiser docked currently in here, besides yours. When the second one comes in, that's two of you there. You can see 4 10-foot wide passages. So A and B are 2 separate passages. One goes up and one goes down. And C and D is the same thing. One goes up and one goes down.
Just make sure I'm looking at. Okay, there we go.
And zoom in here.
When you say up, you mean actually physically up the direction up.
Correct. Basically, if you go back to the other picture,
Yeah.
You see they're on opposite areas. So one doorway is on the top of the. So yeah, the port is a giant ball.
Right.
It's not round. It is a sphere. It is a giant sphere. And there are openings, not doorways, just openings on those 4 areas of the port, and then a pair of double doors over here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. So should we check out the other ship, guys? Just make sure we're not gonna. Or should we just go ahead and forge forward?
Yeah, we can. One thing that did cross my mind about the only 3 githyanki, one of us could be invisible.
There's that.
And I
Lev
think-
could come along as an invisible person. I can cast greater invisibility at will.
Well, I have my 3 NPCs as prisoners, right? So we
I,
could have.
again, I think that's a bad idea
Why did you say that's a bad idea?
because of the damage to our ship. I
Mhm.
think it's a far more believable cover story that we ran into a Neogi Death Spider and had to retreat and got damaged in the process than we took prisoners and also sustained really heavy damage.
You currently have Frederick as your prisoner.
You're muted.
I know, but you're not.
Yep, just like Chewbacca.
Wait, Frederick's our prisoner? I thought we did a disguise self to make you a gift.
Mm-mm. Oh, well, let's see.
God, why are we doing this?
We're keeping with the script.
You can do that.
We stole one.
So
You can do a Chewbacca.
okay, real quick, let's make up your mind what you have done. So Joel was saying that Frederick would be the Chewbacca and go in as if he were the prisoner. Zag is saying that he wanted his 3 NPCs as prisoners. And then someone else mentioned that you should keep all the NPCs on the main ship so that you guys have someone in case something goes awry. Which of these 3 distinct things do you want to do?
I personally prefer keeping all the NPCs and taking no prisoners just because of the damage to the ship. We can make it more believable as a loss for us, and we're in need of repairs.
I'm cool. That's fine.
Honestly, I'm thinking all bets are off. We're already here. Let's start going up these towers and clearing them.
On the ship. Let's go. Yeah, we don't need to bring the NPCs.
All right. Okay.
Whether or not Joel is, or Goes as a prisoner or as in disguise.
Unleash the Wookiee. We're already here.
I wanted to yell at the mouse droid. Be called a walking pile of carpet or whatever.
Okay, who is going to do what?
Is there any movement in the ship that's in the bay with us?
No.
And there was no attempt to try and communicate with us on our way in. Is
Correct.
there anybody in the hangar?
No, just us.
Just you.
I'm telling you, we're dealing with children and a dying species.
Joe, I would suggest that you get out and do a little ranger tracking to see when the last time someone was actually in this room or on this bay.
Okay. That's fine with me.
Let's check out the towers and try and clear those so we don't have anything open behind us.
Yeah, I agree. So Victor, Joel will do a little.
Okay, well, currently you're surveying the hangar and you see no one. If you want to track, you're going to have to get out.
Okay.
So, Joel, are you getting out? I mean, currently you're taking point in surveying. No one is getting out of the ship. So, what do you want to do?
So I'm gonna make my way to the CD area, and there's some cover there, right? And check out that ship, the other ship that's on there.
Okay. You said two separate things that you can't do at the same time. Are you going to check out the ship or go to the CD area?
You're mistaking me. I visually inspect it from a distance and see if there's anything off about it from behind cover, and then approach that ship.
The cover that you have currently is your own ship. You're in a giant ball that is empty except for one other ship. All of the characters are on the ship to the right. You have looked at the ship to the left. You see no one. A and B are both open doorways. C and D are both open doorways.
All right, here's what I'm going to do then.
Blas will step out of the ship and walk over towards the other ship just nonchalantly.
Okay.
He's disguised as whatever.
Yeah, he's disguised as githyanki.
So I get the key. So he just sort of walks over towards the other ship, just sort of looking at it.
So did what I said, is that comprehensible?
Yes.
My goal is to see whether just to see if it looks like anything's been moving around here.
The ship is currently still. You don't see it. Give me a spot check. Frederick, you walk over to the AB stairwell?
Hold on.
Okay.
By the way, folks, something I wanted to ask you, since some of us have leveled up on the new Wild Space Spelljammer skills for running the ship. Y'all need Roderick to take any skills in any of that, like planescape knowledge or planet knowledge or any of that shit?
Carlos is. I feel like we should divide these skills up. Carlos is doing navigation and piloting.
I
pick whatever.
took
pick
one
whatever
in
you
each of the
want.
ship-related skills, but I have 6 in navigation.
Okay.
There's my spot check, Victor, in the chat.
Lev will take the 2 knowledges and the engineer proficiency.
Just let me know if there's anything that Frederick should take, because God, it is a long time between leveling up.
Probably the heavy weapons proficiencies. and maybe vehicles if you can spare it. I don't know how many skill points you get per level.
To be blunt, from what I recall in our last encounter, Froji did a lot more damage with his bow than he did with that ballista.
That's true.
Just saying.
I'd say leave the ballistas to the NPCs to put up a show and stick with better skills than that. Let me see.
Oh,
Oh,
no, this is a fun fact.
I need to clarify this. In the last encounter, it was the first time that I had done ship combat, and the combat was not entirely correct. The damage you guys were rolling was ship damage for the ballista. It does 10 times that when attacking people.
Oh.
And when you are firing or hitting a ship with melee weapons or your bow, it does 1/10 of that in ship damage.
Ah.
So there's a scale that we were missing last time.
That's a good
So
point.
yeah, take that weapons proficiency stuff.
so I got a 30 for my spot check, and you said there's movement in the A stairwell.
Yes, your 30 spot check tells you that there's the ship shuttle that is currently there is well worn. You can see through the ports that there doesn't seem to be anyone inside of it, and you can tell that it's basically there's a piece of wire tethering the ship to the inside of the hull, and so it's currently just hanging there. And also for clarification, no, that's so yeah. You're currently going in astral in. You're able to because this port is basically on the gravitational line of the ship of the base. You're able to just float around in this area fairly easily. You can walk around the outside, but you can move in this area. You can move by just pushing off the stuff and floating just as easily as you can walking.
Oh yeah.
You know, at the very least, what we could do is trade out the skiff that's been shot up for this other one.
Or if we kill everybody
Okay.
here, we can
Is
take the
anyone
boat.
else going to do any other actions this round? So
Can
that's
Bash
Frederick
move to
and-
the?
Go ahead.
We spotted movement in the A stairwell. I'm just saying that again.
Okay.
And Ben, you said something.
Can Bash move to the other ship and take a seat at its ballista?
Sure. Lev, what's Lev going to do this round?
Lev is going to move out of the ship and kind of take cover behind one of the wings if he can. LJ is going to move up with Frodrick. Actually, I'd like to come around to the other side of the stairwell so that can we discern if the steps if like the footsteps are coming up or going down?
Okay, and what is Carlos doing?
That was a question.
And what is Blodgett going to do? And Frida.
Is Blodgett still on the ship?
Blodgett is right there. And Frida is right there.
But we're still on the ship, right?
You're still on the ship, yes. No one said they were getting off the ship until they said to get off the ship.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait and see what happens.
Okay, not a problem. So, LJ, there are no footsteps there's a stairwell A that goes up and a stairwell B that goes down. And calling it a stairwell is very generous. There are no steps. It is a tunnel going up and a tunnel going down. And you saw some movement in the A stairwell / tunnel.
Okay, then I want to be oriented so that I'm behind like the entrance of it, so that anybody coming down would have to turn around to see me.
Okay.
And I would be out of view of the path.
Sure. All right, that is where you are. What are you guys going to do? Frederick, why don't you lead us off?
All right. So I saw movement, Victor, myself.
You had a spot of 28. I said you spot movement in the A stairwell.
No specifics besides that?
No.
We should have Marvin come play diplomat for us.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Motion to Marvin to have him check it out.
Okay. Marvin comes over and says, what shall I translate for you today, Master?
Try to draw them out so we can shoot them with the ballista.
Marvin nods, goes to the edge and says something in githyanki.
I got a feeling we're not going to like it, but go ahead. Brutal honesty is one of his higher traits.
I think it's one of the things that makes him most likable.
It makes him the funnier than the average NPC. But also dangerous.
Come on, we're going to kill all these people anyway.
Well, let's start to learn
Not
something.
people.
So what's going on?
Okay. Sorry, I have to check one thing. Okay. All right. A githyanki with a great sword comes charging through. Initiative, everyone.
All right. What was it that you had to check exactly?
I think Marvin said something along the lines of "I fuck your mother."
Shit.
So Githyanki comes out with a great sword or something?
Take
Yes.
the bad.
Where the fuck are my bad guys?
That's not good.
Is he charging this or is he coming at us warily?
Charging out with a great sword. LJ, what's your armor class?
It should be freaking crazy.
No, that's fine.
Let's see, 33.
Okay. He got a 4. So he definitively misses you. But he got not bad for initiative. Okay.
I thought I was behind the stairwell.
I want you to imagine a shaft. And as I mentioned, how many stairs are there in the shaft? I told you this.
Zero.
0. So there's no stairs in the shaft. And as I mentioned, you can get around by just jumping off of things and moving. And so
It's like a
someone
pipe in
coming
Super
out
Mario.
of the shaft to you what's
Okay.
behind and what's above and what's left and right.
All right.
Okay.
You've got a point. I
thought
was
I might.
misunderstanding the geometry.
Okay.
You said
It's a
tunnel, and I made.
hole in. He's in a hole in the ceiling. He's in a square hole in the ceiling.
Okay.
There were 4 of you standing around it, and he came charging out and attacked,
My
leaping beyond all speed. All right.
my presumption was that there was an incline to the tunnel, but that is, I guess, what I get for making assumptions.
Hmm.
Joel, I don't see initiative
Sorry.
for you.
I was
What
about
was
to
your
ask you. You want a initiative check at this point, I would
Right.
imagine.
Why are they attacking us?
That's what people are putting in chat. So yes.
Yeah.
when
Nope.
we look like them.
Oh, I
Right.
rolled a D8 instead of a D20. That's kind of silly. 21, Vic. Here, let me put it in there.
All right.
And it 21.
Garrus, did you say you rolled a 2?
No, we were talking about geometry, so we punched in pi r squared.
Oh.
The closest person to pi r squared actually is Blas. Oh, pi times r squared. No, that's Carlos.
Pi squared.
He rolls a 5, so he gets a total of 13. He misses LJ slightly. All right. Carlos, your move. No one's attacked him.
I think we might be the badasses of the universe, kids.
All right, go for it. 7. I really missed that. Okay, let me run back and make sure I have initiative correct one more time. All right, you are going to hit. He is flanked, so yes. Ooh, 3. He did not save. You said you rolled 4 damage? Is that with your backstab?
John's putting numbers on the board.
All right. Okay, he is hit and surprised.
I have a question about inclusion.
Sure.
There's a hold person spell and there's a hold monster spell.
Yes.
So if we're on a ship with a civilized people, more or less, that have technology, wouldn't they be considered people?
Specifically, hold person holds humanoids. Any humanoid. Roughly any 2-legged, 2-armed creature. Roughly.
So these things would count.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And sorry, Frida went before Carlos. What is Frida going to do this round? Suzanne.
Frida is holding her action because she's trying to figure out if there's a spell she can use or if she just needs to heal people when this is over.
All right, Lev, you're up next.
Lev is going to hold his action.
Okay, Frederick.
So the githyanki has been already hit.
Yes, he was hit by Carlos with a flanking attack as he swung out LJ and thoroughly missed because he completely didn't understand how low to the ground LJ was.
Okay. This is what I'm going to... That's my action.
All right. roll and see if you get a 1.
Okay. 15, 16, 16 again. No ones.
All right. Your bonus damage is going to kill him.
Yeah.
All right. You hit the githyanki with 6 arrows from behind. The arrows pierce him, and you just eviscerate him as he floats in the air. Actually, the impact would send him to the wall, so he's now pinned to the wall.
Damn, Marvin, what'd you
Good.
say to him?
He's like a fridge magnet right now.
I've been here
This
10
is-
minutes and already we're decorating.
I told him what you said. You wanted him to come down so you could shoot him with the ballista.
Ballista are less
Okay.
mobile.
I mean,
Bash is like, my
You did.
bad. I'll be better at prompting next time.
we're gonna have to work on the communication. But it was a good first attempt. The mission was accomplished.
I don't know. I mean, communication utterly bereft of the ravages of intellect seems to have worked really well this time.
I mean, that's what he said. Someone to come down so we can shoot him with a ballista. I mean, is that not what you said?
It is, but maybe we should do better about
Next time we will prompt
in-
better.
Yeah, next time we'll conceal our purpose.
Good
No,
call.
I should have said, Marvin, discreetly suggest and imply in a very non aggressive tone that he come down here and join us so that I can have the element of surprise and shoot him with a ballista.
See, that would work.
Well, just tell him to come down there and die. I mean, we kind of achieved
But but it worked out.
Are there any others coming up towards us? Has anybody looked down the shaft or up the shaft to see if any others are coming?
Zag, go and give me a spot check.
Well, but I'm very far away.
Well, no one else is going to check out my shaft but you. So
Okay, well, I'm happy. I'm always happy to check out your shaft.
Taking your money out.
Lev will also do a spot check for C and D.
Now, be careful. These guys can dimension door, so they can appear anywhere in this hangar.
28.
Forward it to me later. If I need it, I'll check.
you see nothing unusual.
All right.
The C and the D seem to be quiet.
I say we charge the second ship and just do a shock and awe attack on that one.
Sure, we can quickly clear it. Let's pop it open.
Sure. I walk over and see if I can pop it open, as the case may be.
Can Bash aim the ballista in the direction of the thing being popped open?
You just don't hit us.
Just be ready to
I'm
move.
going to
That's all
point
I'm
out
saying.
that Bash is currently inside the second ship.
Oh, I
He
thought
has
he was
then said,
on.
I go inside the ship.
He did,
Yes, but I also said I wanted to go to that ship's ballista.
indeed.
Can I not?
Okay.
Can I not? I mean, if I can't aim it at that direction, I totally get that because I don't know what I
Well,
can aim at.
what do you want to aim it at?
I want to aim at the thing that Zag is about to pop open.
He's
now
about to pop open the ship you're in.
the ship you're
Why?
in.
Why? Why are you popping over my ship? I'm inside it.
My ship. It's yours.
Because
now?
you guys are great at misfiguring where each other is, and it's beautiful, and it's on the map. It's not like I'm hiding it. I moved him to the other ship.
Well, I forget that I can zoom in now. That is a very helpful feature, kind of.
So I go into the ship to see if there's any, do we hear anything or see anybody? Any sign of life in the ship?
You see a githyanki inside the ship. He's carrying a great sword.
Oh,
He seems to be at the ballista. What do you want to do?
that's Ben.
Yeah.
I, I'm like, hey, how's it going, brother? Is there any other? I hand him a spliff, and then I ask to look around and see if there's anybody else.
You get
These
Yankee.
ships are just, it's a shuttle. This is the shuttle. I mean, look at the Star Trek shuttle, and it's not far off. It's giant, empty, 10 by 30 foot, or actually inside, it's like more like about
Wait, so it's empty.
8 by 30 foot. Yeah, and currently there's a dryad being disguised as a githyanki at the ballista.
Right. I waved to everybody. I'm like, this ship is clear.
Okay.
I would say, cool. I want to shoot something. Find something for me to shoot.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna roll a d4, and we're gonna see which one we go.
As long as I'm sitting here, I can pretend like I'm a ranger.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can
yeah.
we can bring him back down. Let's go through C because I rolled a 3.
Okay, who's gonna go through C?
So you go up or down.
C goes down.
Your choice. Okay, I jump off the ship and I'm gonna head over towards Lev and see so we can.
Yep. Let's do the whole party going through C.
Let's roll.
Are you gonna call Blodgett and Frida to come with you?
Nah, it's crazy talk.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Vic, if I'm going to ask, what is roughly the range increment or range length for 5-10 feet? Just so I just get an idea. I'm asking for a scale bar. Sorry.
I don't understand the question. What is the range increment for 5 to 10 feet?
He's looking.
Yeah. In other words, if you could draw a line that represents 5 or 10 feet or 20 or whatever, that'll give me an idea of what the range is between the ships, the distances, and so.
1 inch is 5 is 50 feet. Um,
Okay. That actually.
this whole thing is about 100 feet. I'll give you dimensions in a minute.
No worries. That gives me a good enough idea.
Okay.
Thank you.
So who's going into C?
I'll go because I'm a monkey kind of guy. And
LJ's gonna go as well, and so is Lev.
Okay. So you've got 3 of you crowding into a 10 by 10.
well, not all at the same time. I will take
at the same time.
Oh my God.
I will take lead because I'm a monk and can probably like tumble into places and shit.
All right.
Well,
You go 30 feet down, and it ends up in a little tower with windows looking all 4 directions. It is otherwise empty.
Are there any signs that this other guy was here? Like, cigarette, and candy wrapper.
You see some markings on one of the walls that have been carved into the wall.
Okay. We probably just save this guy like existence of complete and utter boredom. So I'll just take point and just make sure nothing's coming up at us while the other 2 come down.
Okay, so you go back out of the tower?
No, I don't go back out of the tower. We're waiting for them to come down.
Okay, so just to be clear, you guys are here.
Yeah.
You're waiting for the rest of the party to come up here?
No, I thought I went down, Victor.
Okay, sorry. You went down. So you came down to here. You're currently at a little triangular space.
You've cleared the tower.
So
He's correct. Yeah, so you came to the end of this hallway, and there is a 10 by 10 little space where someone could stand there and look out into wild space and the nebula itself.
Yeah. Okay. So then I go back.
Okay, that's the appropriate response. All right. So you guys go back. If you want to go check the other ones, you can.
Okay. So would it be prudent to clear that other ship and make sure it's unoccupied other than that other githyanki we killed?
No, both ships are cleared.
Yeah, it's fine.
Clear?
Just the towers.
Okay. Then you want to go down. Down is the obvious direction we want to go, right?
We just went down on this one. We should go up on it, and then we can go over to the other one and go up and down.
Okay.
All right, so Carlos goes up into B, and that one's empty as well. And then Blas goes up into D, and that one is empty as well. So there's no one in any of the 4 towers, except for the guy who came out and you killed.
Does he have any cool toys or money on him? We loot the body.
Well, that's new.
Check to see if he looks diseased.
You're on this disease thing, aren't you?
Well, we do find that he's actually 6 babies in a githyanki suit.
I mean, I just find it highly sus that,
6 diseased babies, mind you.
we haven't run into more of these guys. Like, we're not getting attacked. Like, we just flew a ship in here and parked it, shouted at one dude, took him out, and nothing else has happened.
Yeah, this is a strange dungeon.
What Victor didn't tell you is he didn't get any of the COVID vaccine, so.
Well, okay. He's wearing masterwork breastplate armor. He's got a great sword and a longbow. And he's carrying $50 silver pieces, 26 gold pieces, and 1 bloodstone worth 50 gold pieces.
At last, we can retire from this life of crime.
I don't know. Is
You
this
said-
much
you
wealth
said-
I might spend my
Did you
life?
say 20 or 26 gold?
26 gold.
I don't know. With all this money, I might devolve into a life of debauchery and end up lying in a gutter.
If we fuck his corpse, can we get more? I don't know. Seriously, guys.
You have killed an entrance guard successfully and looted his corpse.
Yeah, let's go down and get a sit rep on what we're really going to face if we want to take the station.
We've got a couple of doors coming up. We should probably look at those.
There's one pair of double doors over here.
Can Bludger please check for traps and see if they're locked?
See if they're trapped, and then if they're
Okay.
locked.
Can Bash target those doors with the ballista?
Yes, he can.
Okay, Blodgett. Yes, they are locked and barred. Hold on, no, they appear to be wizard locked.
They're magic locked?
Oh, there be wizards here.
Yeah, they are wizard locked, and that's it.
Spell magic. Fuck that wizard lock.
Yeah, I'll have Lev go up and cast a dispel magic on it.
Okay.
And
Well,
LJ
that
will
would
move
actually
up.
work as well.
LJ
You
will
want to do
move
that
up to
instead
the
of
door as
dispel
well.
magic?
Yes.
Yeah, let me do the knock spell. It's cheap and I have lots of them. It's the only second level spell I have.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Knock, knock, knock. Like the shaving a haircut. Sort of magical whatnot.
2 bits.
All right, so Garlis does a knock spell. And it's going to open up the door.
Wow.
And then what
LJ.
you guys?
LJ's up there as well.
Anyone else?
Carlos.
Well, you're there.
Broderick is going to be a distant, put him at 60-foot range. Back up. Very good.
2 more feet, Victor.
When Frida got off the plane or whatever, off the
Okay,
ship.
Frida gets off.
Read
Yeah,
between
she
the
just
lines
right
there,
yeah.
Brandon. Just read between the lines.
Okay.
And Blodgett, since Blodgett can't open the door, Blodgett's got to move away from it a little bit just to get out of the way. Yeah. Not that far.
Logic can open the door now. Garlos cast a knock spell on it.
And you have
I can open
hands.
it.
And you have hands.
I have hands? I got polymorph? Awesome.
Yeah, I polymorphed you back when I thought it was a temporary ordeal. No, you're permanently a githyanki now.
What's a githyanki?
A githyanki, it's the dude
It's like a regular Yankee, except that they give more presents.
That is awesome because now she can actually pick locks and do shit without having to direct us. I like that.
Where's Lev, Blaz, and Bash?
Lev is next to Froderick, invisible.
Good idea.
Bash is
Bash.
still in the ballista aimed at the door.
Roger that.
I'm walking over towards AB.
You guys gonna open the door? And if so, who?
LJ will open it.
And we find the entire stormtrooper Imperial Army.
You're a little short for a githyanki soldier.
That's true. That's 7.5 feet. Oh shit.
Triple check.
You know, the highest ABV alcohol beer I've drinking has been about 15%. But when I went to Central Market, the guy told me about how somebody went a step further. They came up with a beer that was 56% alcohol. I
Wow.
bought.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That is knock you on your fucking ass beer.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, it is. I wanted some anyway.
I mean, legit. All right. This is a hallway 20 feet wide, 40 feet high. And you can see yeah, I think you'd be able to see the whole way through. We're going to call that good. The corridor is currently empty. Yeah, you see double doors at the very end. And there are also doors on the left and right side.
Well, I'm just going to do a listen check.
Okay, so real quick, there's 2 doors on the left. No, I'm sorry. There's 1 door on the left and 1 door on the right. Just above the number 2, there's a door on the left, and there's a door on the right over here, and 2 doors on the right. Sorry. 2 doors on the right, 1 door on the left, a pair of double doors at the other end. Logic, give me a listen check, please.
33.
Scoobly-poops. You hear a slight amount of noise. You think to the right, the first door on the right.
Okay, I kind of motioned to everybody that there's noise in that door.
Okay, we should kind of set up with this area as our like base. So if we have people hide at the double doors that we're currently at and take up like defensive positions in this room, we can send somebody to lure them in here just so that Bash can shoot them with the ballista because I know he really wants to do that.
I mean, come on, don't you really want
It
me
would be
to do
really
that?
cool. It would be really cool.
Actually, I do. I would like to see Ben fire a ranged weapon and kill something.
I think that's a good point. All right. So what do you do? You said you want to position people places. Who is positioning where?
LJ is going to be at the corner of the double doors so that he's like more to the right so that he's at the wall.
Isn't there a ballista on the other ship too? Because somebody should probably be in that one as well.
Oh yeah. LJ will get in the freaking ballista. Hell yeah.
Okay.
He's also going to take a look at the body that's pinned to the wall over there. Can he see that really clearly from the door?
No.
Okay.
All right, who's going to knock on the door? Say again.
Froderick can check it out. He's taking point on this.
I think we should have Marvin do it. We should have Marvin go in there and tell them our ship has we've returned from our voyage and our ship has sustained damage. You should come look.
They'll totally buy it.
Okay. Marvin goes up and goes into that room.
Oh my.
A moment later, 2 githyanki come out. Ben, you have a held action since you were aiming to fire at the githyanki when they come out. You can take your shot.
I definitely do.
You might be able to pin 2 of them with 1 shot. Very good.
D20 plus what?
Base plus your base attack bonus and
Okay.
range. Your base range attack bonus.
Base attack.
It's attack plus your dexterity modifier, basically.
Okay. So range is plus, our base is 15. Dex is 5, so 20. 34.
That's a hit. What did you roll on the die?
14.
Okay. It's not high enough to hit both of them.
I'll take 1. 1's good.
But it's a good shot. Okay.
What happened to Marvin? Did we hear anything from in there?
No, these two ran out the door, so you don't know what's happened with Marvin yet. All right, Ben, roll damage.
The 3d10,
Hold on 1 second.
what I seem to recall, times 10 for humanoid targets.
Triple checking. I think that is correct. Let's see where the fuck my cracky.
Say times 10.
Yeah, because the ballista are heavy, like basically think of like a naval weapon on a.
Yeah, imagine shooting somebody with a
it makes
really
sense.
sharp
It's huge.
telephone
Yeah.
pole.
No, it makes sense. I get it. Just waiting for verification because if
If
it's
you
times
nail
10,
them,
that's
you're
awesome.
probably going to kill them. Is basically what that amounts to.
Yeah, 3d10.
Okay, 170 damage.
All right.
Bye.
The githyanki screams as a crossbow bolt pierces through his chest, and he flies back into the room he just left. Wah! LJ,
Land shark.
LJ, you have an angle to fire at the other one.
Okay. I think I would do that. Ooh.
I like how we put
Okay.
both tanks in ballistas. It's great.
We're having fun. So 28, 32.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay. Let me find my D10. I know they're in here. 1, 2.
It is very hard to tell how much damage I do with these dice, or what I rolled with these dice. It's a very funky.
That is an even 200 damage.
Nice.
This one goes flying, thump, against the opposite wall over there.
Let her walk it off.
That was fucking cool.
I'm a little concerned about Marvin.
Yeah, let's go check it out. LJ's
No.
off the ballista.
We need to wait because there might be like 20 more of these guys, and we need them to come out here.
Nah. We need to take a round to reload the ballista. We've had our fun. Let's go check him out. Make sure he's safe.
Well,
All right,
I'm going to reload my ballista
Logic?
first.
All right, what is Logic going to do this round? Okay, Blodge is casting a light spell.
I'm being attacked by 2 moths. Budget is let me see where I am.
You are right in front of the doorway.
I'm gonna step away from the doorway so I don't get shot because I don't really have. Someone else has my laser gun, so I don't have any ranged weapons. So I will hold my action
Okay,
and turn invisible. Hey, yeah.
That's your laser gun.
I honestly can't remember. Frederick.
I feel like it would make sense for Garlos to have it at some point.
Get it?
Sense. Okay. Victor, no viable targets at this moment, right?
Correct.
Hold action.
Get it?
Frida, what's Frida going to do?
Frida's also holding her action.
Lev and Blaz.
Lev's holding.
Blaz?
Blaz will cast the comprehend languages on himself.
Okay. I
Want to hear what Marvin's saying to them.
Are you aware that comprehend languages affects how you can read, but not speak or write?
No.
Wait, it says understand or read.
Yes.
Understand the spoken words of creatures or read incomprehensible words. Okay, so yes, you can read. You can understand what he says.
I have a clarifying question, Victor. If that was LJ's held action, is he going to go again later into the initiative, or is that his action for this round?
Action for the round.
Okay, then I'm gonna have Lev fly invisible and peek around the corner into the door where Marvin went. Is he alive in there?
Okay, Lev disappears into the room.
What?
You just disappeared. No one can see you.
No, I wanted to peek around the corner.
Well, did you peek or you go in? You're
I
peeking?
peek. I peek. I'm peeking.
All right, so you're at your peak.
Do I see him?
Okay. John, Bash and LJ just used a ballista on the two githyanki that came out of the room and pinned them to the wall and to the floor. What is Garlis going to do? Okay. What, you don't want Lev to get attacked by what's in the room? You don't want Lev to get attacked by what's in the room?
Marvin's in the room.
But Lev's running point. That's his job, isn't it?
Lev's invisible.
Yeah, so no one can see him when he's invisible. I mean, you guys should know that,
He's definitely never died before while invisible.
right? No one can see him when he's invisible.
Nobody else is fucking checking it out. I don't want Marvin to fucking die in there. He's not dead already.
All right. Okay. You see inside the other room, Marvin standing there, stock still, and the dead body of a githyanki soldier.
God, I fucking love Marvin.
And
this is like that question:
also
how do you make?
You also hear someone shouting alert further north. Everyone roll initiative.
All right, the jig's up.
I mean, maybe we can get the rest of them all to come in here.
We should start shouting false alarm and githyanki.
Everything's okay here. Radiation leak, very, very dangerous. How are you doing?
Shit, I can't remember the next line.
Boring conversation anyway.
Yeah, but I can't remember what the guy says to him before he shoots the comm unit. Otherwise, I would totally say that to you.
Oh my! Here we go.
Oh.
So we're going to find a rebel princess to rescue here?
Pretty much.
Oh, that's right. There we go. You're kind of short for a pixie.
I'm actually really big for a pixie.
You're kind of fly for a whack guy.
He's a giant mutant space pixie.
Yeah, I cast a permanent enlarged enlarged person on me.
Which part?
My whole body. I needed to fit into the spelljammer. It's a chair.
Just wondering.
I'm proportional.
Okay. All right.
Give me an initiative check when you can, Zach.
Just put that on your dating site profile.
You already have my initiative at 7.
New combat, new initiative.
Look, we all know it's about the motion of the ocean, and I can cast control water.
Speaking of which, ring of water control.
It's still with the ship captain back on Faerun.
That was Froderick's, and I lent it to Garlos.
Huh?
So
Well, you lent it
I
to
was
somebody
gone for
else.
2 months.
I lent it to the ship's captain so he could get his ship the hell out of there without getting slaughtered.
Not disagreeing with that decision. However, I remember Victor making a thing a while back about using somebody else's magic items without their permission. Just saying. So nothing against you, John. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the
If you
problem
gotta-
was that the players didn't realize that immediately after lending the ship captain the ring so he could get out of there, you guys would be going off planet.
Understood.
All right, Frederick,
So
you top us off. Frederick, you have the initiative. Someone has shouted alarm from further down the corridor. You cannot see anyone.
Frederick is going to move full 50 feet because he's got long strider
Okay.
and ready for a volley against anything.
He is currently here. What direction are you going to move?
North.
50 feet. Okay.
Down the corridor, as I said. So.
Okay.
Yeah, John, I don't have a problem with the
I
decision.
want to say these are 10 foot, so you're going to get there. And there are 2 githyanki here and here.
That's what I want to know. Fire.
Okay. You can make one attack.
One volley, 4 arrows each. The one on the right.
Full volley, 4 arrows each, one on the right. Okay.
Yeah, I can only take one volley at this point. Okay, so that is going to be a 34. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Let me get some damage.
Don't forget the +4 for the attacks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because you have magic weapon greater. Oh, and then another +2 because of the mass cat's grace.
Yeah. Yeah, that will figure actually prominently in my damage score here coming up.
And Joel, to be brutally honest, we weren't sure if you were coming back.
Vic, that is totally, absolutely valid.
Yeah, that was the big thing that we were trying to figure
I'm
out.
very glad you did.
I'm not
We're very
asking.
glad you did.
I'm not saying you did the wrong thing. However, at some point, I would like. I don't think Frederick is out of line in asking for another artifact or something like that. In the future, and it doesn't have to be now. We'll discuss this after this combat or later, and that's cool.
All right. Roll damage, please, first.
Damage is coming up. Damage. Let's see here. Oh, silly me. I need to. One more in here.
Okay.
Damage is 4, 2, 1, 18. There we go.
Okay. That is going to be enough. He falls to the ground. LJ.
LJ is going to move up to Frederick, and I think that's going to be his entire movement action.
It definitely is. Logic.
Do they look like they need help?
Hang on, I'll be right back.
No.
Then
there's one
Logic's
guy
going
left
to hold his action.
Lev. Lev will be right back. Frida.
Frida, she'll move up closer to the double doors, but she's not going to go in yet.
Okay, Carlos. Okay, left or right side of. Okay. Blas? Blas is currently way back here. He has something happened in the background.
Blaws will move up to. Sorry, I had to put myself on mute. Blaws will move up towards the nose of the ship so he can see what's going on through the doors.
Okay. And Bash.
Have I finished reloading the ballista yet?
It will take you by yourself this whole round and a half.
Okay, I will continue doing that then.
All right. I will let you know when you are done. All right. Soldier goes up to here and fires longbow at Frederick. He shot Fritz! You dirty son of a bitch! He shot Fritz!
My God, he killed Kenny. You bastard.
Oh,
You also have the. No, I'm not sure if I cast Mage Armor on you. I don't think I did actually. No.
All right. He still has a 34 armor class.
Jeez.
Here's something everybody should know. I'm gonna throw this in. Zado.
well, that's a good skill.
Someone just did something. Shit, I forgot who it was. Okay, I missed Frederick with that shot. I just remembered it was me. Sorry. Someone did something. Yes, you, Victor. You did something. And Frederick.
Yes.
I know. Hold on. Let me do the math. Is he closest? He's nearby. Yeah, he's gonna Garlos, you are bull rushed. What is your armor class?
You have Mage Armor. Bull Rush is not one we see often.
No.
Once in a while.
I've used it to great effect before, like the time I was bullying that fucking Elder Evil thing
Okay.
in the really tight hall.
2 hits.
It was about the time that we burned that tavern down.
Oh, sorry. I had to figure out what. Wild. Sorry, I had to figure out what just happened. How many points do you have? Good. This is gonna hurt. So this is the githyanki knight. He is wielding a silver greatsword. The guy at the doorway that you shot and the guy next to him are both the same as the guy who came out of the stairwell. This guy is wearing an incredibly ornate set of plate mail armor. Like, it is Baroque level filigree. It's got little doilies and runes, everything gorgeous set of plate mail armor. He's carrying a great sword that is glowing silver, and yeah, he slashes at Carlos. 2 hits, and 38 plus 20 is 58 points of damage.
The Garlos?
Yeah, 58 points of damage to Carlos. And so what you see is that he basically slashes, he attacks Carlos 3 times, but then swings his sword again a 4th time and steps through it, and a pool of mist follows and surrounds him. And he is here.
So he dimension doored in the basically in the middle of strikes.
He did 3 strikes and then turned into a pile of mist and reappeared. Lev, you can see him 10 feet away from you and 5 feet right next to Marvin. All right, top of the round, Frederick.
Okay, hold on a sec.
You would definitely hear Lev shout, "Holy shit." He's right here. You're invisible, so he might not.
How did he get right there? I missed it.
Okay.
I was helping Mom out with something.
So who is I hear? Actually, what makes more sense is that I get the target that is viably visible, the one up to the north and to the west a little bit.
That is true. That would make more sense.
Yeah, that's somebody I can take. So
All right.
I'm gonna fire. Let's see, what did I do last time? It was.
You did 1 volley and took him out.
Let's do 2 by 3. 2 volleys by 3 arrows each.
Go for it. And Brandon, the githyanki attacked 3 times and then swung his sword a 4th time, creating a cloud of mist, stepped through it, and appeared in the room next to you.
Oh.
Also, he has very sparkly and fancy armor.
Amazingly gorgeous armor. His plate mail is amazeballs. He's carrying a great sword that is glowing blue, or like a bluish silver.
That could be delicious. Attack rolls are in. Oh, sorry, Vic. I forgot to switch from Garrus to you. Here, hold on.
I'm just going to see an extra hit. So.
Yeah, because I know John is DMing
Both
actually.
of those hits. We trade off.
Okay, so damage rolling. Ouch. This is gonna hurt.
LJ, you're up next. All right, what does LJ do?
LJ goes back into that room and says, "Oh no, you don't. You leave him the fuck alone, and I'm gonna grapple him."
Okay. I love this for you.
There you go, Vic.
Damage rolls. Good enough. All right, that takes him out. He is at 0.
Oh, Victor.
Oh, Brandon.
That is a natural 20. So 31. That's a 39.
All right. You have him grappled this round.
All right.
All right, Blodgett. You see that LJ went in and grappled somebody.
Yeah, but where am I at?
You are currently by
Oh,
the door.
I'm outside.
Yeah, you and Frida are outside by the door.
We would both come in and be inside the door, and Blodgett would get closer to where Lev is, so he could back him up.
Okay.
And but I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay.
Stay invisible. And just let Lev know I'm behind him.
Okay. And Lev, what do you do?
Do I go with the... this guy seems like he's probably got a pretty high fortitude save. So do I go with the spell that goes against his fortitude save but has a higher DC, or the spell that goes against his will save but has a lower DC? Options. Decisions.
Take out a spare room. 300 damage. Takes the steady hand.
And
All right, I'm going to roll a d20. High is going to be the will save, low is going to be the fortitude
I
save.
love this.
go
for
for
it.
the funny bone.
I rolled a 1 on the d20, so we're going with the fortitude save 1. I cast an irresistible phantasmal killer at the guy that LJ is grappling.
Okay, what's the DC on that?
The DC is bananas. So 10 plus 9, so 19 plus 8, 26. It's 36.
Okay. And give me a d20 plus your spell level first.
Oh, you motherfucker.
They're githyanki. These guys were the children of mind flayers. Well, not children, but you know how it is.
34 against the spell resistance.
All right. You successfully get past his spell resistance.
First, actually, I do believe it's a will save. Let me check against the. I can't remember which one comes first. I know there's 2 saves. Phantasmal killer.
Shit. 36 is the DC. Fuck.
Yes. DC 36 will save first, and then a fortitude save.
Irresistible is well named on this one.
That's all right. In the very original text, before it was updated in the errata, it was you fail to save.
Oh, erotica. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He fails his will save. He does believe that it exists. He makes his fortitude save, however, 3d6 damage.
Well, it was worth a shot. 15 damage.
Lucky for you, he's not wearing a helm of telepathy
That is pretty lucky.
this time. How much was it?
15.
15? Okay. All right. And Carlos, your move, sir.
I'm going to retreat to Frida to try and get Frida to heal me, and I'm doing some healing myself.
All right.
Does that hurt?
Yeah, it did.
She will do that.
All right. Put it in the chat how much it heals, please. Blaz. So Zag, it's Blaz's turn, and then Bash. Okay. Bash, you are still reloading, yes?
Yes, assuming I haven't finished yet.
Since you are reloading by yourself, you will be done at the end of this round.
Fair enough.
All right.
Come on, Groot. Do it.
Suzanne is currently healing you. Double check one thing. here. There.
You feel really good. You're only down 41. I gave you 57.
Not complaining. Hmm. Might actually be able to fight him for one more round.
57 points. That's pretty good, Suzanne. Did you go to med school while I was gone?
That was Frida.
Basically, yes.
Hmm.
That was Frida. Not budget.
Well, you're doing a good job of, how shall I say, following the spirit
Druid path.
of what Caroline would have done. Yeah.
Druid is my second favorite character to play.
Hmm.
My first is Ranger, then Druid.
First is Ranger. I'm curious.
Yep.
Why did you go with what you did? I'm curious.
I was assigned budget.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Ranger is my very favorite character to play for a lot of reasons that you all have seen.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're versatile and they can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, my first short story as an adult was about a ranger.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you happen to know if Tolkien came up with that term, or was that something that was existed before he started writing?
Well, most stories go back to most stories either go back to the tales, the Canterbury Tales, and Charlemagne, and
Okay.
guy who wrote the Narnia stories. Not him. Not
It's
I'm sorry, not
Lewis.
him. There's
Jesus
another guy
Christ.
before that, back in the 1800s, and I can't think of who it is right now.
Okay,
But
sorry for the
between all of
delay.
them, they kind of created the lore, and they
True.
kind of grew from there. And
All right.
Tolkien kind of picked it out.
Sorry for the delay. Had to triple check the situation with githyanki.
I'm impressed,
No.
Suzanne. Your historical information is,
I'm a history major.
well,
Literature is my second.
All right, LJ, the githyanki knight successfully.
But thank you.
yeah, still
The
impressed.
githyanki knight successfully casts a spell and disappears. There's a rip in time
Motherfucker.
and space as he disappears from between from your grasp. All right, what are you guys gonna do? He does not appear anywhere that you can see.
He bravely ran away.
I didn't. Away.
Is there a door
Place is
across the
bringing
hall?
reinforcements.
Yeah.
Is there a door across the hall, like in that blue spot?
The blues.
Or down here, next to 2. Down.
Is there a door on the east side of 4? I think
Yeah,
what
right
she's
there.
asking.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yes?
No.
Sorry, no, there is not a door there.
There's not,
You see a
okay.
door going into here. There is no door on this side. There are double doors over here.
Okay, I just want to make sure we weren't missing anything.
Well, you are, but it's okay. You can't see it, so that's why you miss it.
So can I search for doors? Can I search? Do I do spot checks?
You can go and give me a spot check.
Oh, I gotta find my character. Budget.
Okay, we are out of combat at the moment.
27.
You do not see any doors, secret doors. Frederick, what do you do this round? We are out of combat, so I'm just going to do Actions for the round.
Can't see those.
Frederick goes approximately 30 feet to the north into 3 and scans for any other hostiles.
No other hostiles. LJ.
LJ, well, is that another room on the left there?
That is correct. The 4
I'll
is a
check.
room on the left.
Okay. But that blue area, is that a separate room from that? Like, is there a door over there on the south end,
You
or
do
is
not
it
see a
like?
door on this section here.
Okay, then I'll open up 4 and check it out.
Okay. You see a door right there.
I will open it up.
Okay. So
What's in here?
4 and 4A are residence quarters. They contain basic furnishings and very few personal items. Furniture and other large items are attached to the surface of the chamber. A few odds and ends. And that basically is the list for both rooms.
Okay.
You did a spot. Lev, what does Lev do in this round?
Lev. He's going to move up so he's a good 15 feet behind Frederick.
All right. And Frida.
Frida's gonna move up a little bit, but she's still gonna bring up the rear of the party a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to get her killed.
You're pretty damn good at that. Better than the rest of us.
Oh, good question, actually. I did describe 5. So 5. The room that the 2 githyanki soldiers were in. This room is bare of furnishings except for a large table and 8 chairs bolted to the floor, 8 living compartments on the ceiling, and 8 chests along the walls.
Search the chest.
Who's going to search the chest?
Blodgett. I got hands.
Garlus wants to check it, so Blodgett and Garlus are going to go search. Each of you give me a search roll, please. And Blodgett.
I have a 34 to search.
34. Good job.
Jeez.
Blaz and Bash. Ben, what is Bash going to do this round? You do have a target for the ballista if you want to shoot at Frida.
No, Bash is going to move over to the other ship that LJ was in and reload its ballista.
Okay. And then Zag, Blaz can take a turn as well.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Falling asleep. What can I hit with a flame strike from where? I'm not paying.
Search your search check. Oh my god.
Is there a bad guy to attack?
No, you just killed the last of the bad guys. And they're searching. People are searching rooms right now. 4 and 4A have very sparse furnishings. 5 has a series of 8 chests bolted to the walls that Garlos and Blodgett are searching.
Okay. I'm gonna move
Jax,
forward
come on, buddy.
to that forward area with the pillars and
Jax,
sort
come
of
on.
hang out at the lower left pillar, just with the intention of surprising somebody if they come down that way.
Jax, inside. Come on, get a treat. God, it's hot out here. Jax, treat.
Take some treat day.
You bet.
You'll love it.
Did you hear that?
I'm muting Ben because I love him. Say that again.
I said I'm moving up towards the the first pillar on the left, and so hanging out there. See if anybody just my intention is to surprise someone if they come through that way.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad. The dog's stupid.
No, I got you, bro. I got you. And check one thing real quick. Sorry, hold on a second. That's wild. Okay, and number 5, Garlos and Blodgett are going to search, and that is what you will find when you guys do the search in there. Blodgett in there, Blodgett in there. Checking to make sure everyone is covered. Vanish and Blaz. Okay, yes. Sorry.
Notice a warranty statement about the Cure Light Wounds potion.
And the other two potions you guys found earlier were also Cure Light Wounds. So you still have some. All right, yeah, that is all the movement this round. Okay. All right. Any other actions? John, you were going to say something. Sorry. Okay, Marvin can do that. Also, Blaz has just cast Cure, Comprehend Languages, so he could do it as well. So you have 2 people at the moment that can understand and read githyanki. Do you want to have them do that? Okay. The note found in number 5 is a letter from a githyanki soldier to his mate, who was apparently on one of the ships, basically asking if they can. They've been out here for 3 months and haven't found anything yet. So when this is all over, asking if we can finally get married. I'll type that in there so you guys can actually see it. All right. Next round, Frederick. And technically searching would take longer than that, but we're just going to call it Helen at the moment.
Good idea.
So, Frederick.
Yes.
Your mates have found some stuff and asked for Blaz's help in reading the note, which he gave them. You've still got a pair of double doors up to the top. What do you want to do?
So what I'd like to do, say this conversation up to this point. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Before we open double doors to the top, I think we need to have have our party both on the right and left flanks. So I would like to move to the northwest by the third pillar, the west,
Okay.
and quietly call for everybody to move up before we open those doors.
All right. LJ?
Yeah, LJ's gonna come back up into 3, and wait for backup before opening up the doors.
Okay. And Blodgett?
Blodgett's going to probably be behind Frederick. Stay invisible.
Okay.
And
Lev?
he is back up.
Levrin?
Lev
Mr.
will come up behind the pillar to LJ's right.
Frida?
Rita's going to kind of stay where she is. She might move up just a little bit, but she's not going to get in combat
Okay. Garlos?
unless she comes back and changes it. But
Okay. And Blas?
Apparently I'm helping somebody read a note.
They just finished reading the note, and what do you guys want to do next?
Is there a door at the end of the corridor?
Yes, a large door, double doors at the end of the corridor. The group is getting ready to open the double doors.
Okay, I'm holding my action until the doors come open.
Okay, you're going to stay in the room and hold your action?
Yes.
Okay. And Bash.
I'm going to finish loading the ballista.
All right. Well, we'll say the ballista's loaded. You got it down. You're not in a hurry of trying to do combat, so you're able to take your time and get it done correctly with speed.
Okay. Then I will
Ballista
get
is
out of the ship and continue to move down the hallway.
okay. Are you going to any specific location?
Sorry, just as close to the rest of the party as I can get.
Okay. All right. That is where you guys are. Now, the big question then is once you're all in place, what are you going to do? Who is going to do what, I guess is the specific question.
LJ will move up to the door.
why don't you use Mage Hand to open the door?
Frederick covers.
That way there's not a person there to get smushed first.
Let's stay on one side of the center line or other. Just a thought.
Did you guys hear what Suzanne said?
No, what?
So I'm suggesting that Blodgett and LJ, you all open the doors on the right side, and Frederick has a clear line of fire from left to right without too
Okay.
much of a chance of
That
hitting
sounds
you.
good. That sounds good.
Blodgett and LJ?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Carlos will move up to help cover their backs against his better judgment.
Staying with those parties against our better judgment, but yeah, it is.
I love this song. This is freaking awesome. Okay.
I don't need to GPT, chat GPT.
It's a little too weak and predictable.
It is.
Okay, done.
All right, till next week, huh?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be best to stop here.
Yeah, I have to go
It's,
because I
it's
gotta
about
work
that
tomorrow.
time.
Yeah.
Yep, it's about
Yeah, it's
that time. I gotta go.
9:56.
Good enough. Good enough.
Yeah, because the next thing that's going to happen is a lot of combat.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Well, I got
Happy Easter, everybody.
Oh,
Happy Easter.
Have a good night.
Good night.
yeah. Happy Jesus Lichdom month.
I just a day. It's just another day.
Yeah,
All right, y'all take care.
You too.
will do. You too.
Bye.
This is on.
Susan, I forgot to ask Susan if she'd leveled up. I think she did that.
That Captain Harlock's girlfriend.
I think, what was she, John?
That's Emeralda. She's a pirate on her own right. It was really funny. I was commenting to Victor. It's like Garlos wanted to be the equivalent of Captain Harlock. He ended up being more like Lieutenant Uhura. As a communications officer, navigator. I'm frantically trying to avoid getting raped by Miss Piggy.
Hmm. Yeah, I saw a bit of that chatter in there. Yeah, I don't want to get porked unnecessarily.
Exactly. Good job this time, guys.
Yeah.
We survived so far.
We may be over prepared, but you know, it's been fun.
Yeah, you did a good job getting through that last set of encounters. They are pretty tough.
All right, I'll say goodnight, folks. Take care.
Good
All
night.
right,
Yeah, I think I will as well. Good night.
Same here. Good night.
get some rest, guys. Take care.
All right, Ben. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll be down in Austin in next week. Shit, it's going too fast. That was gorgeous. That was just gorgeous.